Welcome to Academic Advisor Training. I am your trainer, Dr. Mariko Carson, and I will be facilitating the training while serving as a resource for all things academic advising. Your role as an academic advisor is a critical one. It is critical because you are one of the most integral parts of the student experience at the university, and many students rely very heavily on your knowledge and expertise to aid in reaching their academic goals, just as a coach is critical to ensuring that his players have the skills to perform and win games. The National Academic Advising Association targets 6 key responsibilities of academic advisors. The first is that advisors are responsible for themselves and their professional practices. As in any profession, advisors must be mindful of the way in which they represent themselves and level of professionalism exhibited in their daily interactions on the phone, via email, and in person. Since the majority of advising will occur over the phone, you should reflect a friendly tone. Smiling while talking is a sure way to ensure that your tone is friendly. Also, make sure you are using appropriate grammar and language. Finally, use your manners. One example of a conversation might sound like this. Thank you for calling Academic Advising. This is Jane. May I please have your student ID number for verification purposes? Thank you. How can I help you? When sending emails, you will want to begin the email with a polite salutation and make polite requests. Do not make commands. Use professional language. Do not use slang, text talk, or profanity. Use appropriate punctuation, grammar, and capitalization. Always keep spell check active and do not EL or type messages in all caps. Make sure to reread your message before sending to avoid sending with any mistakes. Finally, end the email with a respectful closing such as sincerely, thank you, or respectfully. Although the bulk of your interactions will occur on the phone or via email, you will also need to consider your appearance, as you are always expected to present yourself in a professional manner. It is not uncommon for the president of the university to visit, so the bottom line is, you never know who is watching you. Therefore, you always want to put your best foot forward by striving to leave a positive impression at all times. Advisors are also responsible for the individuals they advise. You will work with thousands of students and will be expected to know the what, who, where, when, how, and why of academic advising. Essentially, you will be the primary resource for those you advise. Therefore, it is pertinent that you are providing the most accurate and up-to-date information to your students. Misadvisements can cost the university significantly, which is why it is critical that you remain knowledgeable about university policies and program requirements. Advisors must also take on the role of involving others in the process of advising. You are part of the university team, and when a problem arises, we must collectively work to establish a solution. Therefore, practice being willing to help others while also reaching out when you require assistance. We will discuss the other departments with which you will be involved in the next presentation. Not only are advisors responsible to their students, they are also responsible to the institution. One's perception of the university begins with you. Thus, conducting yourself in a way that reflects positively on your institution is crucial. Your role as an academic advisor can also result in you being responsible for contributing to the greater good of higher education in general. Academic advising is an ever-evolving, dynamic profession, and it is important to ensure that you are consciously seeking ways to improve practices not just within your institution, but in higher education in general. Therefore, you should consider keeping current on trends and issues related to academic advising in higher education. Academic advising does not necessarily begin and end at your university. The contributions you make in your position as an academic advisor can have a significant impact on your students, your institution, the higher education industry, and beyond. You have the capacity to influence an entire educational community, and it is pertinent that, as a professional in academic advising, you strive to be the best type of advisor to ensure that you are equipping those you serve with what they need to be successful and providing support to those in other departments and institutions as is necessary. Now that you know your responsibilities as an academic advisor, let's learn about some of the other departments and their responsibilities. Click on Module 1 to begin.